Have you ever teased your dog a little too much, only to get the look, those glaring eyes, a stiffened body, or maybe even a low growl? Suddenly, the playful moment turns into a question that's hard to ignore. Is my dog mad at me? Dogs may not slam doors or roll their eyes, but they sure have their own ways of showing annoyance. Whether it's ignoring your calls or giving you the cold shoulder, their actions speak louder than words. But is it really anger or something else entirely? In today's video, we're sharing the signs your dog is upset with you and what they're really trying to tell you. By the end, you'll not only understand your furry friend better, but also learn how to strengthen the bond that makes your relationship so special. Let's jump right in. Do dogs get mad at their owners? Dogs are known for their unconditional love and loyalty, but that doesn't mean they're immune to feeling frustrated or upset. Yes, dogs get mad, but it's not as simple as it sounds. When we talk about anger, we often do so from a very human perspective, considering secondary emotions like jealousy or embarrassment, which can tangle with anger. Unlike humans, dogs don't process complex emotions such as resentment or spite. Instead, their feelings are rooted in primary emotions, joy, fear, anger, that are instinctual across the animal kingdom. While they don't hold grudges or stew in anger like humans, dogs are highly emotional creatures who use their behavior to communicate when something is amiss. What might seem like anger in dogs is usually a reflection of an unmet need or discomfort rather than malice. By the way, if you're finding this insight helpful, let us know by liking this video. It helps us reach more dog lovers and share these valuable tips. Speaking of reactions, one of the clearest ways dogs communicate their limits is through aggression. Sign number 1. Aggression. Aggression is one of the most obvious ways dogs express discomfort or frustration. When dogs are truly angry, they might threaten you or even attack you, often triggered when they feel pushed beyond their limits. Actions like taking food from a hungry dog, forcing grooming on a dog in pain, or even actions you think are benign, such as patting a dog on the top of the head or staring, could lead to anger because they're considered rude in dog language. Triggers vary between dogs, but their response often includes warning signs such as low growls, bared teeth, or snapping when they feel uneasy or threatened. For example, trying to take away a prized chew toy or forcing them into an uncomfortable situation might trigger a defensive reaction. These warning signs are not acts of rebellion, but rather ways for your dog to set boundaries. Look for body language such as stiff posture, a hard stare, or a defensive growl. Respect their boundaries and try to identify what triggered the reaction, whether it's fear, discomfort, or something else. By giving your dog the time and space they need, you can de-escalate these situations while building trust. Sign number 2. Excessive barking. Dogs use barking as one of their primary ways to communicate, but when it becomes excessive and specifically directed at you, it could be a sign of frustration. This behavior often stems from unmet needs or pent-up energy. For instance, if your dog has been trying to signal that they need to go outside or are eager for playtime and their cues are ignored, they might escalate to persistent, rapid barking as a way to grab your attention. It's important to pay attention to the tone and pattern of the barking. Rapid, repetitive barks aimed directly at you often indicate that your dog is trying to convey urgency or dissatisfaction. This isn't just noise, it's their way of saying, "I need something," and you're not listening. To address this, start by meeting their needs proactively. Ensure they're getting enough exercise, regular bathroom breaks, and opportunities for mental stimulation. If the barking has already become habitual, you can redirect this behavior using positive reinforcement. For example, reward your dog with treats or praise when they remain quiet or follow a calm command like sit or stay. By addressing the root cause and providing clear communication, you can turn excessive barking into a productive interaction, strengthening your bond while meeting their needs. With consistency and patience, even the most vocal pup can learn that they don't need to bark excessively to be heard. Sign number 3. Avoidance. Angry dogs aren't always aggressive. Instead of barking or growling when mad, some dogs choose to express their emotions more quietly through avoidance. Has your usually affectionate dog started avoiding eye contact, leaving the room when you approach, or turning their back on you? This isn't about being naughty or holding a grudge, it's their way of saying, "I need some space." This avoidance can happen when dogs feel overwhelmed by loud noises, recent scolding, or changes in their routine. Like humans, they sometimes need solitude to decompress and regain their balance. Rather than forcing interaction, give them the space they're asking for and provide gentle reassurance from a distance. Don't just assume avoidance indicates anger, though. It can also be a sign of stress, especially if they've experienced yelling or punishment, or it might simply mean they're seeking a moment of quiet. Recognizing these subtle cues helps you better support your dog's emotional well-being. Sign number 4. Destructive behavior. When your dog turns your favorite shoes into chew toys or leaves a trail of shredded cushions in their wake, it's not about defiance, it's a cry for help. Destructive behavior like this often signals frustration, boredom, or pent-up energy. Dogs are naturally active and curious, and when their mental and physical needs aren't met, that energy has to go somewhere. Unfortunately, it often ends up being directed at household items or even doors and walls. These behaviors are your dog's way of communicating that they need more from their environment. Chewed-up furniture, scratches at the door, or piles of torn fabric aren't random acts of rebellion. They're clear indicators that your furry friend craves engagement and stimulation. To address this, the solution lies in keeping their mind and body busy. Provide enriching toys, regular exercise, and interactive play. Treat dispensing puzzles or durable chew toys can keep their minds busy, while long walks or agility games help burn off excess energy. A well-stimulated dog is a happy, well-behaved companion. Sign number 5. Whining or crying. Few sounds tug at the heartstrings like a dog's whine. It's not just random noise, it's their way of trying to communicate discomfort or a need for attention. You might notice your dog pacing restlessly while letting out soft, high-pitched whines, almost as if they're trying to tell you something. This behavior can stem from a range of emotions, from frustration at being ignored to unease about a sudden change in their routine. If the whining seems directed specifically at you, it's a sign that your dog is seeking a response or reassurance. To help them feel more at ease, start by offering gentle petting or speaking to them in a calm, soothing tone. These small gestures can go a long way in showing your dog that you're paying attention to their needs. However, if the whining continues despite your reassurance, it may signal a deeper issue, such as anxiety or even physical pain. In such cases, a visit to the veterinarian is essential to rule out any underlying problems. Sign number 6. Turning away food. Mealtime is usually a highlight for dogs, so when a dog who usually devours their meals suddenly turns their nose up at food, it's more than just a picky moment. It could be a sign they're upset or stressed. Emotional changes, like those caused by a disruption in their environment or routine, can lead to a loss of appetite, just as it does in humans. You might notice your dog sniffing their food and walking away, or completely ignoring treats they'd usually beg for. These subtle shifts in behavior are their way of communicating that something feels off. Perhaps there's been a change in their surroundings, like new visitors in the home, a different feeding schedule, or even tension they've picked up from their owner. To help your dog through this, start by identifying possible sources of stress in their environment. Small adjustments like re-establishing a familiar routine or creating a calm, safe space can make a significant difference. If their appetite doesn't bounce back or other concerning signs arise, it's essential to consult a veterinarian. Sometimes, refusing food can indicate an underlying health issue that needs attention. Sign number 7. Staring or side-eye. Dogs are incredibly expressive creatures, and their eyes are often a window into their emotions. When a dog feels uneasy or annoyed, they may communicate this through a hard stare or the infamous side-eye, also known as whale eye. A prolonged stare might feel confrontational, while the whites of their eyes, visible in a sideways glance, often signal discomfort or tension. To ease their stress, avoid direct eye contact, which can feel threatening. Instead, use a calm voice and relaxed body language to reassure them. This approach can help your dog feel reassured and reduce their stress. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with other dog lovers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips, tricks, and insights into your dog's behavior. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.